This weekend at Hersheypark, a heart-stopping moment stunned the crowd. A young boy appeared high above the ground, walking along a closed monorail track. Screams echoed across the park. People froze in disbelief. And then one man made a split-second choice that changed everything. The boy, barely old enough to understand the danger, covered his ears in fear as onlookers called out desperately. He was more than 20 feet in the air, and one wrong step could have ended in tragedy. The crowd grew frantic, but the child stood frozen, terrified and alone. Among the panicked voices, one father of three didn't hesitate. His name was John Sampson. In that instant, he said his fatherly instincts took over. He looked at the boy and thought only one thing: how can I help? He sprinted toward the nearest stand, climbed a fence, balanced on the roof, and prepared to leap. People watched as Sampson scaled the side of an ice cream kiosk, gripping every surface he could find. Balanced on the rooftop, he looked at the monorail and realized this was his only shot. Without hesitation, he jumped, and against the odds, he landed right where he needed to be. Moments later, Sampson reached the boy. In his arms, the child's fear broke into relief. Witnesses say the boy clung to him tightly, desperate for safety. Another man quickly stepped in, helping guide them down to the ground. The boy was shaken but alive. A potential disaster turned into a rescue the crowd will never forget. Park officials later explained that the monorail was closed, secured with chains and a barricade. How the boy got up there still isn't clear. His parents had reported him missing just minutes before. But for Sampson, none of that mattered in the moment. He simply said, "As a dad of three, you just see a child in danger and think, how can I help?" The internet quickly dubbed him Hero Dad. But Sampson refuses the label. To him, it wasn't heroism, it was instinct. "Everybody thinks it's a big hero thing," he told reporters. "I just did what anyone would do." One man's courage turned a terrifying scene into a story of hope, a reminder that in moments of crisis, instinct, bravery, and compassion can make the difference between tragedy and triumph. The question is, what would you do if you were in his shoes?